Did you know that something called pressed sushi has recently been gaining popularity in New York? Sushi packed into a cylindrical case, eaten by pushing it up from the bottom. It looks modern, minimal, almost ceremonial. The price? Anywhere from $100 to $200 per person. Sometimes even more. When I first saw it, one thing immediately came to mind. Ehomaki, a traditional Japanese sushi roll, eaten during setsuban. They look surprisingly similar, but their meanings could not be more different. Hello. My name is Kagura Mayumi. I'm a writer and what I call a walking Miko. Someone who explores Japanese culture, prayer, and how ancient wisdom meets modern life. Today, I want to talk about the difference between push sushi in New York and ehomaki in Japan. Not just as food, but as culture, prayer, and what happens when meaning is lost. Two sushi rolls that look alike. At first glance, push sushi and ehomaki share many features. They are not cut. They keep a single, intact form. They are often eaten quietly. They feel ritual-like. Visually, they almost mirror each other. But resemblance does not mean origin. One was created as a designed experience. The other emerged as a quiet act of prayer. Ehomaki was never just food. Ehomaki is often explained simply as a sushi roll eaten on setsuban. But that explanation misses its essence. Ehomaki was never meant to be festive food. It was never meant to be exciting. It was a silent ritual. Not cutting the roll meant not cutting one's fortune. Eating in silence meant praying without words. Facing the same direction meant aligning with time and flow. In Japan, prayer was not always spoken. It was often physical. Movement itself was the prayer. That is why these rules were rarely explained. Even to Japanese people, they were felt, not taught. Push sushi as a designed experience. Now let's look at push sushi. Push sushi is carefully designed. It is expensive. It is visually striking. It is meant to be shared online. It is an experience. There is nothing inherently wrong with that. Culture changes when it crosses borders. But here is the important question. What is happening inside Japan? At the same time, a quiet shift. At the same time that push sushi is being created as a designed experience abroad, another change has been taking place quietly in Japan. This is not a story about loss. And it is not about failure. It is about a subtle shift in where meaning is placed. In Japan, meaning has often come after the act. People did not eat in order to explain something. They did not perform rituals to be seen or understood. They simply did the act. Eating, working, praying, and allowed meaning to emerge afterward. This way of doing things did not require explanation. It trusted that the body would understand first, and that understanding would come later, if it needed to come at all. When forms become visible, when cultural forms travel, they often become more visible. They are shaped to communicate clearly. They are designed to be shared. They are given explanations in advance. This is not wrong. It is simply a different cultural structure. Push sushi reflects a culture where meaning is introduced early. What it is, why it is special, how it should be experienced. Many Japanese traditions, however, begin without explanation. Meaning is not prepared. It is discovered. What is rarely mentioned? There is one more reality that is rarely discussed. In recent years, Ehomaki in Japan has become larger, more elaborate, and significantly more expensive. After Setsuban ends, many Ehomaki remain unsold. They are still edible, yet they are discarded. Large quantities are thrown away. Every year, the cost of disposal is absorbed quietly by society as a whole. This is not about blame. It is simply what is happening. No conclusion, just a pause. Originally, Ehomaki was never meant to compete. Not in size, not in price, not in visibility. It was something eaten quietly, often alone, with gratitude. What changed was not the food itself. What changed was where meaning was placed. Ending. Thank you for listening until the end. If this reflection stayed with you, a comment or a like would be appreciated.